welcome to another English Sparkling with Tweedy video. And I'm sat in quite a different spot for a change. It just seemed a little bit too gloomy. My preferred tree. This is a place I used to come to a bit more often because you can just about see the sunset. I'd have to spin you around to show you, well, sort of, through the trees. Anyway, this is yet another wine from that case of 6 from Waitrose / John Lewis, the case with the buy 6, get a 25% discount. I don't recall now whether I have covered this wine before on the channel. Ridgeview, it's another one of those big English sparkling producers. At least at one time they were in the top 3. They make a still rosé as well now, so not to be confused, this is the sparkling rosé and they call it Fitzrovia rosé. Sort of curious to me that they name some of their signature wines, some of their sort of house wines, whatever you call the core of the range, around areas of London where you almost certainly can't buy these wines because London has this weird lack of interest in English sparkling, as I constantly moan about. I think their white classic cuvee is called Bloomsbury, possibly, and this is Fitzrovia, the rosé. Was there maybe a third at one time? Can't remember. It's a non-vintage. Well, there is actually a code on the back, so I don't know if you can put that into the website and look it up. But I think one unusual thing about this is actually majority Chardonnay. Well, there's more Chardonnay than there is Pinot Noir or Pinot Meunier, individually at least. I know I make this point just about every time I talk about rosé, but as long as you've got a little bit of still red wine in there, you'll end up with a rosé wine. And you could make, I believe, a rosé that was 95% Chardonnay and just 5% Pinot Noir, or even Pinot Meunier if you're feeling particularly eccentric. There's nothing to say it has to be a majority of one of the red grapes or black grapes, depending on what you want to call them. Cheers. Got a buzzing, flying insect in my left ear, which is a bit distracting. And that is what we have. It's nice being in this slightly more open spot. You would be barely seeing anything if I were over in my usual spot because it is a bit gloomy over there, but got better light here. Perhaps while I'm applying some smidge off camera in a vain attempt to stem the biting insects. Can be showing you the view from where I'm sitting. I mean, it's not an amazing vista of the sunset, but at least to get a little bit of sense that it's happening. And like I say, it does mean a little bit more light. It's quite a nice colour, isn't it? On the nose. What's interesting is as soon as something is pink, it's really, even if you know that it's actually majority Chardonnay, it's hard not to think of the fruits that you would associate with the red grapes. I think first and foremost they're raspberry, I think. I've got a feeling that might even be on the official blurb on the back of the bottle. But there is also a little bit of orchard fruit, bit of probably apple from the Chardonnay. I think a squeeze of lemon juice in there as well. Yeah. It's nice though, it's all quite fresh and fruity and light. I don't mean in a subtle way, but it's not rubbed in the smidge properly. Gives me a sense of something like a raspberry mousse, a sort of desserty kind of expression of mousse. Nice, yeah, light and slightly desserty, quite fruity, with a bit of a backdrop of apples and lemons from that high percentage of Chardonnay. Okay. Lovely bit of zing on that. Really, really fresh and quite mouth-watering. A very nice texture as well. Very, again, thinking of something like raspberry mousse, but with a, sorry, dealing with the biting insects. Raspberry mousse, and also a sort of lemon sorbet, that kind of thing. It's all quite desserty. Bit of fool, maybe. Could be some lemon meringue pie. Eton mess. I think the winemaker here likened this to Eton mess. The raspberries and the slightly sort of creamy character, biscuity. I know meringue's not biscuit from the autolytic side of things. Yeah, it is an absolute dessert trolley of light, fruity desserts. Oh, hello. Look who showed up. This camera's not the best for that, is it? You can probably see my shoes as well. I will have a chat in a moment, but I've just got some more wine babble to finish off. So I think I agree with that slight hint of Eton mess. Definitely the raspberries there, raspberry mousse. Lemon sorbet, which I think in some parts of the world would be called sherbet, but actually also what we would here in Britain call sherbet lemons. Sherbet, lemon sherbet, the powdered form. And I really like that, seeing the general freshness and fruitiness of it. I really like that, actually. I may come back to you with further thoughts, but I feel I ought to pay a little bit of attention to my friend the fox there. Cheers for now. Oh, that means another fox has come, look. There you go, look. This one must be the more senior fox, definitely a bit more bold and assertive. And that chap over there doesn't seem all that pleased that this one showed up. Sneezing a bit. I decided to relocate to a more open spot now that I've got most of the blurb about the wine out of the way. Yeah, the foxes were kicking off ever so slightly, but then eventually one of them left. Slightly different fruit character has emerged now. It's almost reminded a bit of melon, I think. Maybe gala melon. But a bit more of that Eton mess sort of raspberry and meringue kind of character there after a swirl. I think that's pretty good. I'll put the standard price for this up there, but I paid a bit less because I had that 25% discount. And of course, I prefer the discounted price. Goes without saying, really. I do like that. I think it's really nice and fruity and has all those pleasant associations of, I suppose, quite English desserts as well. Eton mess and so on. Is lemon sorbet an English dessert? Probably more French. I don't know where sorbet comes from. So yeah, it's good. Not hugely complex. That's what I would say about it. It's a bit more just sort of fruity and straightforwardly pleasant and lovely. But I don't mind that. I think that is their, oh dear, I've got to fly in there. Get out. That is their sort of official tasting notes on this as well, that it's a fruit forward wine. So they are very forward about the fact that it's fruit forward. You know what to expect, and I think it delivers that. I personally really like that. It's not overly complex, it's refreshing, it's fruity, it's just very nice. Cheers. Don't know why I keep trying to get shots of the moon once it's got dark. It's always hopeless, isn't it? But with my eyes, it looks very nice at the moment. Perhaps it's more likely to work if I zoom less. I don't know. Maybe try again with locking the exposure on that point. Again, don't know. Sunset has long since passed, a good half an hour or so ago. There's something like a party going on around the corner. People had a table and everything. I don't know if you can hear a bit of that, but anyway, I thought I'd try and have one last futile attempt to get a shot of the moon. Because here in person it looks really nice, the way it's just sort of nestling above that little dip in the trees over there. Never comes out that one on camera though, does it?